Houston, we have a problem.
Houston, we've had a problem. These are some of the most famous and chilling words ever spoken in the history of space exploration. It's April 1970, and Apollo 13 is 2 days into its mission to the moon. This was supposed to be the third lunar landing. For the public, moon missions were starting to feel almost routine. But astronauts Jim Lovell, Jack Swigert, and Fred Haise were about 200,000 miles from Earth when their world was turned upside down by a loud bang. An oxygen tank in the service module had exploded. This wasn't just a small malfunction, it was a catastrophe. The explosion crippled their spacecraft, venting their precious oxygen, which they needed to breathe and to generate electricity and water, into the void of space. Warning lights lit up the cockpit. They were losing power, losing oxygen, and they were stranded in the blackness between Earth and the moon. The mission to land on the moon was over. A new mission had begun: survival. Back in Houston, Mission Control, led by Flight Director Gene Kranz, scrambled to figure out a solution. The command module, their ride home, was dying. They had to shut it down completely to save its batteries for re-entry. Their only hope was to use the lunar module, the Aquarius, as a lifeboat. But the lunar module was designed to support 2 astronauts for 2 days on the moon, not 3 astronauts for a 4-day trip back to Earth. It was a desperate long-shot gamble. The astronauts faced incredible challenges. It was freezing cold, as they had to conserve power. Water was strictly rationed. But the biggest problem was carbon dioxide. The air was becoming toxic. The command module's CO2 scrubbers were square, but the lunar modules were round. They couldn't connect them. So the engineers at Mission Control literally dumped a box of all the random items available on the spacecraft: duct tape, plastic bags, flight manual covers, onto a table and invented a way to build a square peg for a round hole. Against all odds, their ingenuity worked. After a harrowing journey around the moon and back, the astronauts splashed down safely in the Pacific Ocean. It was called a successful failure, and it remains one of the most incredible rescue missions of all time.